Thank you. So, one of my observations with women is that so many of us sacrifice ourselves in a bid to have the relationships we want. And in the interest of doing good, we really want to do really good with the roles we're in, whether it's being a mom or a partner, a friend, an employee, a business owner, whatever it is, we just strive. It's from the best place in us. It's selflessness. It's really sweet. And it is so loving towards others, or so we think. But what I'm here to tell you today is that self-sacrifice, or the abandonment of self, is actually really the root of so much of our suffering. And in the end, it's actually not loving to anyone. In the end, it's really missing the point of connection and relationship. I was raised by a mom who very much sacrificed herself in a bid to be a good mom and in a bid to be small and not seen. It was very protective of her. She didn't need, if she sacrificed herself, then all the attention was on everyone else except for her. So that was sort of imprinted on me. And in September of 2009, I had been married for about 8 years. I had 2 kids that were in elementary school. And I had always been such a happy person. Like, it wasn't just a facade. I was like really happy. And things were going well in my life. And generally speaking, things were sort of easy. So it came as a really big surprise for me when I woke up one morning. And it was literally one morning I woke up. And I was filled with all kinds of distressing feelings. Feelings like anxiety and worry and fear of not being accepted by others and restlessness. That was a really big feeling that I had, was a feeling of restlessness, and I had no idea what was going on. So it ended up in a really bad situation for me, and it came down to me blaming my entire life on my husband. And so fortunately, I got into some great therapy and coaching, and I want to tell you what I saw, or what I see now in retrospect. I had spent many years saying yes when I really meant no. I spent years listening to everyone else's shoulds and thinking that's how I was supposed to live. I was silent when I needed to say something. And I'll bet some of you, if not all of you in this room, have done those things too. And that is the self-abandonment. And it happens so slowly. It happened over thousands of days. Subtle, tiny, little erosions of the truth of who I am. Little, tiny moments where I was no longer being in connection with my authentic self. So, what I learned is that we can find our way back to ourselves. And that when we do, and we start asking for what we want, and we start saying yes when we mean yes, and no when we mean no, and we stop looking around, comparing ourselves to everyone else for the barometer of whether we're doing the right thing or doing it well, our relationships completely change. We show up fully. They now have someone to react to. They now have someone present in their lives. It is the most loving thing we can do, is to be connected to ourselves. And we feel fully alive. So what I would ask you is that in those moments when you say to yourself, something feels missing in my life, what feels missing in my life? Ask yourself a second question and ask yourself if it's you that's missing from your life. Thank you.